My first major brand was Servin Vega from the USA. I met Servin Vega at a hi-fi show in London in 1976. That was a typical British show where all the British manufacturers, they were showing their little turntables, their little speakers, and everything was nice and tidy, and they sat with a small moustache and showed the intricacies of their tiny little hi-fi systems and so on. And then there was one area in the hotel where there was a heck of a lot of noise, and I was attracted to that area because I like loud music also. So came to a door where apparently there was a lot of noise inside. There was a lot of music playing inside. And on the door there was a sign saying, "In this room we play loud. If you don't like it, please stay outside." Of course I went in, and inside was Gene Sowinski, the only time he was ever at a hi-fi show in Europe. And I heard the speakers, and I loved the speakers. They were loud, they were powerful, they were something different, really nice. And I was into loud music, rock and roll and so on at that time also. So I started chatting with Gene, and we got along really well. And he promised to send his sales manager to Denmark after the show. And a couple of weeks later came the sales manager, and he came to my room, which was not really an apartment. It was a very simple room that I had rented, where I had my bed. I had a few turntables that I imported from England, and I had the kitchen sink. I had no kitchen, no bathroom. That was in the hallway. So it was super, super simple. And sales manager came, and we were sitting. I had one extra chair so we could sit across, and there was a bed. There was my warehouse. Everything was what I had. And I was later told that he had called back to Gene Sowinski and said, "This guy, Peter Lyngdorf, he does not have anything. He has a few turntables. He doesn't have a warehouse. He doesn't have a company. This is ridiculous. We can't give the speakers to him. You know, it's impossible." And Gene Sowinski told him, "Peter's going to get a 5-year contract. I trust the guy." So I got a 5-year contract out of the blue. And Gene Sowinski sent a whole plane load full of all the different speakers they were making. He sent to my address, which of course I couldn't get it there. I had to find a small space to have all those speakers. Then I went out to dealers and started collecting orders. And within a few weeks, I had enough orders to buy a 40-foot container. And I needed to send $60,000 to the US for the speakers. And I went down to my bank, and my bank manager said, "But Peter, you don't have so much money." I said, "No, but this is a bank, you have the money." And the bank manager said, "Okay, it's fine. We buy the speakers. And we ship them to the bank, we keep them in the bank, and you sell them from the bank." So that was how they got the collateral, and that was how I really got started with my business.